Hello, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Noki, and you're here once again for the midweek discussion on Noki Talks. Today, I would like to begin by following up discussion from this past Sunday's News with Noki, where I discussed the brand new Pokemon Anime series that's about to come out this fall. At the time of recording that video, we had not yet received the brand new trailer that came out on Sunday, or the follow-up information regarding Ash and his brand new traveling partner, whose name appears to be Go. From the information that we've been provided so far, we know that the premise of this series will follow Ash and his friend as they'll be traveling around each region in the Pokemon world. We don't know much beyond that particularly, but as far as what we can tell, the overall goal of this arc will be for Ash to accompany Go as he tries to collect all of the Pokemon. Interestingly enough, we know probably the least about what Ash's role will be in the upcoming series. He's already traveled through these regions and collected the badges, so I'd assume they probably wouldn't have him doing that again. So maybe, as some of the rumors have been suggesting, he might be rebattling the Pokemon Leagues of each region? And it has been revealed for Go, who is rumored to be called Chase in the English dub, encountered the mythical Pokemon Mew as a young child, and ever since has had the dream of collecting every single Pokemon in existence. This would explain why, and further build off of the fact that on the poster that was revealed for this series, it showed the two of them interacting and even riding on various legendary Pokemon, and why it seemed like even though Ash was having the time of his life in a lot of these scenes, his partner Go looked very serious, which would make a lot of sense for somebody who's trying to achieve such a tremendous goal. We also received the very exciting confirmation that all of the beloved characters from all of these different regions will be making return cameo appearances as Ash revisits these areas. And quite honestly, the level of fan service that's been done in both the Sword and Shield games and now in the Sword and Shield anime just seems absolutely amazing. I think the Pokemon Company is really getting the gist that all of us fans absolutely love the nostalgia that has been built up through all of these years of Pokemon exploration. And they're really finally delivering us a culminated experience of all the things that we've all grown to know and love that is Pokemon. And it is my speculation that this show very well could play out somewhat to be like a nature show of sorts, similar in concept to a show like the Wild Kratts, where obviously it's very different, though I could envision each episode portraying Ash and Go, or Chase, in a new area searching out that episode's Pokemon, learning about its environment and how best to catch it before Go inevitably does. This could be an opportunity to even teach more about the Pokemon individually than in previous anime series. And like I said before, I really can't wait till more information comes out about this show in the coming months until its actual release in November. Moving right along into Pokemon Sword and Shield, we have brand new information that just came out from an interview with Junichi Masuda. And in this interview, he broke down some absolutely incredible things about these upcoming games, starting with the new hidden personality mechanic that will allow for the general Pokemon you catch in the wild to become more competitively capable, rather than only being limited to catching or breeding special Pokemon who are viable for competitive battling. And this will open up a lot more of a possibility for trainers to use the Pokemon they love and use on their journeys in these official battles. And this is even more exciting when you consider how absolutely huge they are making the competitive battling in these games, with the online ranked system and global tournaments that will be available. This interview also confirmed the autosave feature that will be present in this game, and the way that it is described, it will be soft-baked really behind the scenes as you move throughout the game and save at general times. And although this may worry some of you to hear, it was also confirmed that the autosave feature will be able to be turned off in-game. The interview went on next to max raid battles, where it was established that these will actually be very challenging mechanics in the game, with them admitting that even as seasoned Pokemon trainers, there were scenarios where they were unable to beat the max raid Pokemon. It was also clarified in these games that they will actually be getting rid of the experience share item, and that doesn't mean that they will be getting rid of the ability for all Pokemon in your party to share experience, as it will now be just featured naturally in the games. And the way it was described, it will essentially just be the fact that your Pokemon will just gain general experience from being present in every battle. HM's not being in this game was another thing that was also confirmed, though most of us pretty much already assumed would not be present, and they went on to say that players will be a lot more capable of choosing the way they would like to get around in the wild area and in cities more than in previous games. Which leaves me very excited to see if possibly the riding Pokemon feature could be making a return, as they already showed off the biking feature and the Corviknight taxi feature as well. When asked about the national decks and whether the Pokemon that were cut from the games would be making an appearance in future games, Masuda had absolutely no hesitation whatsoever to say they would be present in future games, and then went on to further explain, as he has actually before, that Pokemon Home will essentially be the launching point from where trainers will be able to access and utilize these Pokemon for future adventures. And outside of this interview, there is actually another interview that's coming to surface from Game Informer, where it is being reported that there is potentially going to be 18 gyms in the new games. And these gyms will somehow be split into major and minor leagues, where each year they will vie and compete for their ranking. This interview also states that many of the gyms will actually be version exclusive, and it won't just be the fighting and ghost type gyms that they've already confirmed for us. And honestly, this seems extremely crazy. I'm not exactly sure how they would pull this off essentially, or where these gyms would even be located at when you look at the map. However, maybe this somehow hints to the fact that there will indeed be a second region attached to this game in somehow. However, we'll have to wait, I guess, for the next couple of months to see if more information comes out that officially confirms what these gyms are and how exactly they'll be utilized in these games. And lastly, for the world of Pokemon, we have a little bit of news regarding Pokemon Go, where it's being reported that there will be brand new Team Rocket admin members added to the game. For those of you who have signed into the game lately, you may have seen the loading screen where 3 brand new admins, Cliff, Arlo, and Sierra, are seen outside of the Viridian City gym in front of Giovanni. I look forward to seeing more and more how they implement the Team Rocket storyline into the Pokemon Go game, as it seems they're really slowly creeping them in, kind of the way that they're introduced in the games themselves. And now on to Marvel. And really the only thing we have to talk about in the world of Marvel is actually a bit of gaming news, where the very first DLC pack has been released for Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. And these will include the Marvel Knights, Punisher, Blade, Moon Knight, and Morbius. And not only that, but it will also include the brand new Gauntlet mode, which allows up to 4 players to face off against enemies in countless waves. Along with this DLC, there's also a free download for all owners of the game that includes new costume changes for Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Panther, and even more. And they're also including a higher difficulty setting they're calling Nightmare Story Mode, which actually includes brand new battle rules. I have yet to check out either of these downloads for the game, but you can definitely guarantee I will be doing so, and I'll let you know how amazing they are and how much more content they add to the game. And that would wrap it up for the topics that I wanted to discuss today. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to the comments down below of what you're most excited about of the brand new information coming out from Sword and Shield. And make sure you stick around until after the credits roll on this video for my first of the month pack opening. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, this has been Professor Noki, signing out once again for Noki Talks. Alright, and welcome back to the first of the month pack opening. Today we have a Sun and Moon team-up pack to open up here. Gengar and Mimikyu on the pack. And a Snorlax Eevee pack inside. To start with, we have a very, very cute Charmander. And a Mankey. Litten. Adorable. Emolga. Mareep, Reverse Hollow Cosmog, ooh, Alolan Muck, Steel Energy, Golduck, Grass Memory, and a Kakuna. Here's a card for any of you who are interested in it. Haven't had the greatest luck as of late, but I would say my favorite card out of this pack would probably be between this Charmander and toss up between Mareep or this reverse hollow Cosmog. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video.